Design process. Design process is a crucial part of studying architecture. Most students were offered to skip the proper articulation and documentation of the architectural design process. Straight, they went to drawings. They forgot that this is what distinguishes the way an architect thinks from a quack. Design can be copied, especially in school, and so we lay emphasis on the process. Though the process can be copied, it takes some level of genius to do so. To successfully reproduce and define a copied architectural design process is difficult. To successfully copy the process, you must have a good understanding of it, and that is what we're looking for. The architectural design process, the articulation and documentation of the architectural design process for students are essential for their development. The reason is that it is easier to monitor and redirect the process when it is laid out, unlike when it is in the mind alone. The following guideline will help students better document their design process. Brief. For students, every design solution is meant to address a design problem. These problems and design requirements are always communicated in a document called the design brief. For this project, our brief will be the design of a sustainable and student-centered pavilion design. Problems. During the analysis of this design brief, some design problems are identified. Also, some were noted during the site inventory. You'll be required to clearly capture in writing and graphics these design problems. The entire solution from your design concept, site analysis, and space programming sets how to address them. Inventory. For every brief, there will be a corresponding site to host the eventual design. If the site is hypothetical, you'll be told you need to prep the site to ascertain its conditions and how suitable it is for your architectural design. If you are not given the site dimensions, you have to decide on one. At the end of your inventory, you should be able to tell the sunset and sunrise direction, wind direction, and noise direction. Also, the site topography, access to the site, possible egress and exit positioning, and types of surrounding buildings should be noted. Special interest in the site location that can influence design, such as water bodies, railway tracks, etc., can be documented. The site inventory is more like a detailed map of your site before design and its existing conditions. Analysis. All the information you gather in site inventory will ultimately be used to analyze your site. It will influence your design in terms of ventilation, lighting, and building orientation. Also, your window sizing and shading, design layout, building height, wind direction, and effect on the building, etc. Case studies. Armed with this information, you identify similar works, both foreign and local, to study. At the end of the case study, you will strive to identify the merits and demerits in the works you have studied. This will serve as a guide when you commence your design. Design concept. You note the information from your design problems, site analysis, and case studies and commence brainstorming. This should be on how to uniquely solve the problems identified. Here, you develop the underlying logic, thinking, and reasoning that will inform your design. Design concept implies an idea or range of ideas, a development approach, and a guiding principle. It resolves the issue of what and how much and begins to set the stage for understanding how. Concept design explores the resolution of the brief. Self-development. Once you have decided on the idea to go with, then you can start developing it into effective architectural solutions. So you should make a couple of initial conceptual sketches at this stage. Students sometimes have challenges developing or interpreting their concept into design solutions. Sometimes, when they finish, the relationship between the concept and the final design is often lost. So you need to be mindful of this. You may not get it on the first try, but we'll need to work on it till it is perfect. With all this documented, you can then commence presentation drawings, after which you run these drawings and the architectural design process by your studio design coordinator. Don't be discouraged when you have to go through this process several times to arrive at the desired architectural design solution. This project, we surveyed various sites on campus and picked this site. We prepped the site and took an inventory. Through the inventory, we discovered that the north end of the proposed site is a vegetative area with trees such as cashew with a cool atmosphere. Such conditions suit our student-centered pavilion design perfectly. For our project, we prepped various pavilions in school and we deduced some general problems, like the pavilion often were exposed to the east and south with an open frame structure. For this project, the whole idea of the concept was derived from the curvy shape of the site. This is to make a flow between the building form and the landscape, as you can see. For our student-centered pavilion in University of Lorraine, we moved on to our floor plan, which followed the shape of our curvy site. We have the perspective of our pavilion, which should be constructed with nature-friendly materials with lots of craneways to of length 18 or 2. Thank you.